Another tough day at work today. Stephen Kirk, think I suck. Throw back a few wobbly pops, feeling down on my luck. And the interns ruin every show. But it's still where we want to go. It's Mike and the Minifans. 'Cause nobody had any better plans. You want to be with DC and RA Minihane. The host can't see it's Mike and the Minifans. And nobody's seen real MHB. This whole thing is a sham. You never see him pee. It's Mike and the Minifans.
Hey, how are ya? Welcome to Mike and the Minifans, the longest hour in recorded broadcast history. What a week. Crazy week. You forget it's been such a crazy week. You forget about the fuck up of the producer best of. Crazy week, but I'm joined by an all-star panel, three legends in the Minihane universe. First, we have Michael Montante. How are you?
Good. Poor Adam from Jersey just tuned out twice with me and Ned here, but glad to be here.
He's gone. It's after sunset anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Won't have to worry about that till Monday.
Isn't it? He can't be on. He can't be on computers today because of the Sabbath.
Correct. After sunset.
Oh, interesting. Mayo, the mayonnaise himself. How are you?
Good.
The man who witnessed, the only person who witnessed Mick's debacle.
Mayo, you are such a pussy, by the way. We'll get to that later, but
Here we go.
That was not acting. You were genuinely scared for your life. Grow up.
Yes.
Yeah, of course I will. Yeah.
By the way, you to be shot to death by Mick would be a perfect way for your life to end.
I mean, I
What are you
slightly
worried about?
disagree. I don't know about perfect. Fitting, maybe, but not perfect.
Yeah, well, disagree on that.
And the lovely, the handsome Ned Snark. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, Ned,
Good
what
year.
the fuck?
What the fuck, Andy?
It's been like 5 years that people have been looking at you. You don't get older looking or worse looking.
The beard
When I met
has it.
Ned,
Yeah, he's got
when I
more
met
drag.
Ned,
It's not right. It's not
when
fair.
I met
Gray.
Ned, I was like, "How are you a fan of this show? You're just too good looking to be in this room." And Gritty's, I was all fucked up. I probably hugged him like 7 times.
I still have that
And people
picture
think
of me
I'm
kissing
gay,
you
I
on
don't
the
know
forehead, BA.
Yeah,
Save it forever.
People are saying that they think BA's
people think I'm gay, but
yeah.
it's okay. It's just the boys.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Probably the biggest news of the week. Coleman is using his position of power to hire a young, impressionable young man, Intern Nicholas. No, I'm just kidding. I think we should get into Mick, right? I think we should get into Mick.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got you
absolutely.
playing on another screen. Okay, sorry.
Don't turn.
I'd probably turn that screen
Mute
off.
that.
and-
Mute
Yeah.
it.
I gotta
Holy
plan
shit,
for
man.
it.
What are you trying? You're trying to listen and like just put.
No,
it
I
on-
wanted to keep an eye on the chat.
Oh, that's just.
Why? Don't look at the chat.
You
Jeez,
could-
who cares about the
If you
chat?
just click comments.
I'm
on
gonna
the
hate you
stream.
anyway, Andy.
Okay, all right.
All right. But Mick, you know, crazy. He comes in. He has a pretty good first showing. Then the next day he's like all manic. People are speculating: was it drugs? Was he just crazy? I guess Mayo, you saw him right away. So like, can you get a sense of like what was his vibe when he came in? Like,
I feel dumb because I didn't like Mutt said he picked up on a vibe and wasn't surprised by what happened. I knew Mick said something like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he made some allusion
well
similar
done.
to like the buckle up thing. So he was tense and edgy. And when I went in, I brought him some donuts. So I went to the back and dropped those off. And then there were munchkins back there. So I thought I asked him if he brought them, and I thought he said no. I don't know if he did or not. But then I put those on the desk, and yeah, I just knew he was like kind of pissed, and that apparently he'd been tweeting the night before. But
Apparently,
I did not think he was gonna go mental like he did. That took me by surprise.
it was tough because the camera wasn't on him, so I think it's tough to say like, oh, was this guy just on a all nighter, or was he just like I don't know. People are saying he didn't sleep. It was kind of it was a crazy move, but like, what do you think, Montandi? Would you say bender or just fed up and frustrated and left?
So I spoke to him a little bit, so I have a little insight. He was definitely just had it in his mind that as a fan of the show, he already thinks that he should have got the job over Gus. This is my thought, and he should have got the job over Gus. So since then, he's been watching the show as a fan, and every time that Gus fucks up, the average person's going to laugh at it. He's keeping score at home. He's running out of pages, to put dashes on. Gus has fucked up a gazillion times. So he goes in there once, has a good day, more bad shit about Gus comes out. In his mind, he must be thinking, all right, I'm coming in here, like, let's cut to the news. Gus is out. So when that doesn't happen, you can see that's kind of when he snaps. Like, wait, I'm still like, I'm pretty sure that's what had to have happened. But he went in there like, okay, if they don't fire Gus and hire me, I'm going to fucking lose it. And once that happened, he lost it.
Yeah. Annette, what are your thoughts?
So I'm listening at work, not watching on YouTube. So I did get to hear from the drop. And it just seemed, I don't know, Mike, because it seemed like he came out of the gate really pissed off. That's why I was hoping Andy could shed some light on what happened before things started rolling, because he just came out of the gate like pissed off. Well, it was the water or something else, but I was listening to the show, and I'm not through the whole show today, but he denied, like, oh no, nobody got me riled up. I don't believe that. First of all, I think he's a liar, and I also think Gus is a liar. I think Gus is more of a pathological liar. Gus's first instinct is to lie than tell the truth, but I do think that Mick, when cornered, will lie, right away. I think that someone got him riled up.
Do you want me to take another crack at not being like I can describe what happened beforehand, but it's mundane. Like I took the donuts.
Did you see like him and Coleman interacting at all? Or
no. So what happened is when I parked, I noticed Coleman's car. So I immediately was like, well, I got to bring this up, but I also don't want to get Coleman in trouble. I was like, but you have to bring this up if you notice it. I was like, apparently Coleman's here. And I waited a little while to go in. He wasn't there when I went in, but those munchkins were there. When I took the munchkins to Kirk's desk, there were 2 water bottles in front of the guest chairs on the floor, like waiting.
Shut up about the water bottles.
Listen, you asked me. Every fucking detail matters right now. We don't know why they matter, but presumably they do. I have never seen, and I've gone in a few times, and I've never seen 2 bottles of water waiting. When I asked Mick about the munchkins, he was kind of evasive. Like, I don't know who did that. He said, I don't know about the water too. And I was like, oh, apparently maybe we're not supposed to say Coleman was here and he's trying to cover for Coleman. So I don't fucking know. I think maybe Mick wanted to put the donuts on the desk and Coleman told him not to, or I don't know.
Jesus.
But I think it all comes down to
snap him. That's not going to drive him over the edge, dude.
Well, he was ready to break. He was like on the precipice of a mental breakdown. It's not going to take much or anything logical to push him over. I think when he found out Coleman and them were getting paid, and he felt like he wasn't getting enough help from Coleman, that's what turned him. That he wasn't getting paid, busting his ass for the show, and these guys that are suspended are getting paid while he's not, and not doing enough to help him. That's what I really think Mick's issue was with Coleman.
Well, so Sneakers put it very eloquently where he said Mick has been friend zoned, and the guy that he's friend zoned, that friend zoned him, Kirk, is now banging the star quarterback, which in this hypothetical I think is Gus. So is he a scorned kind of lover? It was kind of like it was a very weird move. Like, but was it a good move or a bad move? Because like you heard today, he called in and it seemed like Kirk would give him a second chance. So do you think it was a good move or a bad move? Mayo.
Good. A good move. It's not a good move, but Kirk is
Mayo,
interpreting it as.
Are you well?
Yeah, no.
What?
This is bad.
What? Explain why.
It's like you're deer in the headlights all the time. Just say what you think. It's remarkable.
Mayo's nervous.
Stupid.
Mayo said he's nervous for Mike.
Mayo, is Mick in the room with you?
No.
Show us the pits. Can we go? Can you pull up the comment before from Julie? I'm actually curious to see what you guys think about that.
Which one?
Because that could play a role into why Mick went mental. I'm curious what you guys think. Comic guy BA.
I don't have facts. Who gives a shit if they're getting paid for a week? It's not a mixed business. Is
Oh,
this
come
the one?
on.
No.
What world is this? Of course Mick
I'm
knows
saying,
that and is pissed
if
about
you're
it.
getting into Mick's mind and you're saying I'm doing, because
Yeah.
he kept repeating that I'm doing their job. In his mind, he probably thinks I should get paid for doing their job.
He should get paid.
But then he
Julie,
goes.
wants to
why
be
watch
paid.
the show? Why are you watching this? None of this is any of our business.
But
You're going to go by
then,
that type of.
We're trying to break down
rules and-
his fucking meltdown, you fucking idiot. We're not
But he-
saying we agree with it.
So he goes.
So
But he
fucking dumb,
goes.
Mayo.
He goes.
I'm talking. Well, why am I dumb right now, Montante?
Because you have to understand, I'm not excusing his
Right.
going nuts. We're trying to get into the brain of a maniac. What made him
I didn't
snap?
say you were. I was directing it to Julie, who said it's none of Mick's business. Like
Oh, I take
nothing
back what I
going
said.
on is anyone's business. Like anyone
Take back what
tuning
I
into
said.
this,
Also-
you're paying attention to shit that actually is none of your business. If you
Also-
look at it that way, it's
well,
all
it is our
somebody else's
business.
professional business.
As the fans, everything's our business, I believe. Again, who cares if they were getting paid? Because like Kirk never said it's an unpaid suspension, right? It's
No,
like,
but Mick kept, he said that for like the
Yeah.
13 minutes he was in there. He said it 2 or 3 times. So, I'm getting paid to do their job. I don't even get a thank you. Like in his
100%.
mind, I think in a perfect world, if he announced, hey, these guys are both out for 4 shows, they're out for a week with no pay. Mick, I'm gonna give you, I will talk about it off there. I don't think that explosion happens the other day. In his mind, for him to say twice, I'm doing their job. And by the way, this is not for anything we said. I'm just trying to get inside the mind of him. He said that multiple times. I think that has to do with why he snapped.
but he goes. It's not about getting paid, but it is about getting paid. But it's not
Yeah.
about getting paid.
Well,
Like,
he's
I'll do it for.
he's a moron.
I'll do it for free. I won't. Yeah, I'll do it. Right.
he's kind of
That's it,
he's
yeah, of course.
he's contradicting
course.
himself, and he's saying he's being strung along. His catchphrase was like, "Oh, you're gonna do that. You're gonna do that." Like, I don't know, but I think it was a good move in the end because like even Gaz now is tweeting today. People are tweeting today about, oh, that Mick move was this Mick guy has some balls. The trolls were in on Mick. It was like 50-50 who was in on Mick. But then the biggest thing is everyone is saying someone was in his ear. So some speculation was it's VD, his brother, or his girlfriend. Like who? Like, do you think
Or any
someone would be
combination.
like, or a combination? Like someone's in his ear, like go in and storm out.
I
Like,
don't
do you
think
think
it'd
someone
be,
would
I
say
don't think
that?
it'd be VD. I think his girlfriend's pretty well removed, although
It's
she went
not
to the live
VD.
show. It would have to be one of his relatives, his blood relatives, either Christian or I think Al.
You think it was the cousins? Because a lot of people were very adamant on that it was VD. A lot of people.
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't VD.
Wasn't VD. I didn't think so either.
It was his brother. It was his brother.
His brother?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I would put it on. And Mick kept saying, I want a job. I want a job. I think to Mick, and especially with pressure from his family, it's really important that he get like an official big boy grown-up job in media. And he's so close to it, and that's why he's infuriated that he's so close to it and can't get it.
Do you
So I'm sure
think
he catches shit. I'm sure he catches shit from them for coming in and working for free and getting trashed on. And he's like, when he kept saying like, why would I do this? Why take this abuse? It's like, where are those words coming from? He's probably being asked those questions by other people.
And when it's all said and done, I put this tweet out yesterday. I think he has a better chance of being in that B roll by the start of March Madness than Augustus does. I think he still ends up with the job.
You still think he has a
Oh,
you think
100.
He said no today. He said no today.
Yeah, that retard flips his brain every 2 seconds. I think he has to dig deep and go, okay, like, all right, I went a little crazy. This is what I want. Because it is. Right now, he's just lying to preserve this image. Just do the right
I
thing,
said
Mickey.
if he came back with like 5 minutes left in the show, I was like, oh, sorry, I fucked up. I'll get the show up. Like, I think then he's like, oh shit, maybe this guy is like, I think not coming back could be his biggest downfall.
Well, if Kirk today said, by the way, which could have happened, Kirk could have been like, hey, like Mick, Justin could be like, hey, Mick DM me, like he wants to call in. If Kirk was like, oh fuck him, like we're all set, then he's toast. When he was like, no, oh yeah, get that set up, that lets you know, in my eyes, I think he's still in.
Yeah, and when Kirk said, do you have any regrets? And Mick was like, no, not really.
But you know he's
that
lying.
somehow
He's
was so
lying
appealing to
himself.
Kirk.
He's lying.
Yeah.
But the thing is too, Mick was
Playing hard to get.
Like it was a move, and I can see people like Gaz saying he has balls or whatever, but he didn't do it in a particularly ballsy way. Like ballsy,
Just the
people,
opposite, I thought.
yeah, keep their emotions in check and can be in control. Mick was like, I couldn't see him at times. Listening back, especially, he was on the verge of tears. He was really fucking.
There were
flipping
2
out
or
and
3
losing
moments where I thought he was going to.
Well, I
was gonna
think the
cry.
balls like aspect of it is like most people in that situation, like Kirk. So Kirk was a little bit of a dick when he's like, "Get me a water." Like the "Get me a water" was done in a kind of a way to rile up Mick. It was funny. It was definitely funny. But then Mick actually had some fight back, and I kind of like the fight back. It's the leaving and not coming back to make sure the show is done, because it is a show at the end of the day. Because if he even came back, like maybe he came back after Kirk left and was like, "Hey, I just want to make sure the show's up" or something like that. I think that's going to be his biggest downfall. But do you think people are saying that Mick got rejected by his friend on MickBait? Oh, we're joined by Julie. Special guest Julie is here. Julie, how are you?
Julie, was that you in the chat with that dumb "it's none of his business" comment?
Definitely. I don't think it's any of his business.
That's ridiculous. So it's none of our business that when you asked for like 175,000, did you think
no
one should know about that?
Let me address
I didn't say that, Julie, for a record.
I appreciate it. It was 150,000 plus incentives, and I was just trying to
incentive laden.
Not for what I'm doing right now. I offered to
like
do
Ezekiel
a whole
Elliott.
lot more. All right. Well,
that's funny. That's funny that you're like, it wasn't 175, it was 150 plus incentives. That's pretty much
shoot.
Anyway, but also it's like, this is an HR issue. Like Mick being upset about it, it's like, I mean, Gus is employed, Coleman is employed. You can't just fire somebody out of nowhere. Typically, like there's a process. Like Barstool is still a company. So Mick getting upset about it doesn't make any sense.
And Augustus will never quit because he's a employment insurance professional. Like the guy's been living off I don't know what you call it, dole, whatever you call it in the States, but he's living off employment insurance
the dole
for the last year. So he's a pro. He's not going to get. He's one of these employees that, like, once he's on a performance plan, he goes on short-term disability and then starts milking it. And
could you imagine seeing Gus's resume?
I'm just
his
saying,
resume would be fucking batshit.
No,
I guarantee there's like a ketchup stain on his resume.
He's on LinkedIn. Sure. He's on LinkedIn, and someone posted his LinkedIn profile. And it's like, an 8-month job here, 2 years max there. That was actually the longest stint. And he's been out, according to LinkedIn, he's been out of work for about 6 to 8 months before he put in the Kirk Minihane shows.
God bless him.
So he's a steady employment problem.
I'm just saying from the different types of jobs.
I'm sorry, what?
Where are they posting his LinkedIn?
It's probably on LinkedIn.
In a chat. It's right there on LinkedIn.
Oh,
it's on
you in a private chat. You guys are going through Gus's personal stuff,
digging it all through. You should see the file we have on you.
I'm sure.
That'll actually keep him up at night. So let him know you're joking.
Well, the first time
they've had it long enough.
The first time Montante came on stream, some guy had his picture with LinkedIn picture with a snorkel the next day. So
but this, I do not think that was an act of bravery or balls. Or he had a plan to go in there, and he knew that he would leave. He knew that he was going to get out. Now,
but in order for Mick to look his idol in the eyes, that does take balls. Whether
you stand there and fight it out, if that's what you believe, you don't leave. I mean, one thing I give Gus credit for is when Kirk told him to leave, he didn't leave. He took his time gathering stuff up. He really delayed it.
He was going to hide.
But you can't leave. You got to get in and fight it out.
But Gus would never fight back.
That's different, though.
Gus would never fight back. No. Gus is a total rub me on the belly. Roll over.
Wouldn't the ballsier, like, more adult thing to do would be before coming in saying, Kirk, I'd be happy to come in and cover. I will need some compensation this time. Let's work that out.
Well,
instead of letting all this resentment fester until you fucking blow up.
But it went from one day to the next. Well, I mean, that's
that's true. That's true.
He was in there the day before, and he was actually kind of normal, fine.
He did good. He did good.
He contradicted himself. He's like, I need to get paid for this. And Kirk's like, okay, I can pay you for these.
That was the thing. He was like, all right, how much? Yeah, we no, I don't want to be paid. It's like, well, you keep going back and forth. And the funny thing about that, the day before he did good, is he kept going back to the old line that we even heard during the producer search that he thought was like a selling point, but it's not. It's like, hey, like, I'll do this shit for free. It's like, hey, stop saying that.
Stop saying
it. Correct. You said it 5 times the day before. The next day, he's like, well, I need to be paid to do this. All right, we'll pay you. No, not like that. It's like, okay, well, what do you want? What do you want to be paid in foot rubs?
I'm just going back to like, you can't just fire Gus on the spot. Like, this is a company. Like, that's just not how it works.
Well,
that's I
it
do agree with that
could work
because
that way for Kirk, right?
No.
I don't know.
I mean, if it were real,
Wouldn't Gus still be in his
No.
probationary period and you don't need cause to fire him?
I think we're past that, aren't we? Like October
90
1st.
days or extend.
It's past
Go to
January
HR, extend
1st.
his probation. There
I
you
have
go.
no idea what that is.
You can fire Gus with that if you in the HR sense. Well, I guess I don't know the rules in the US.
I mean, Julie, yeah, even if all the procedural shit would take a while longer to unfold, Kirk yesterday could have said, Mick, Gus is out, you're in. He
Right.
could have done that. And then the paperwork could catch up in a week or two. But like Kirk could have done that. He chose not to.
I mean, in most companies, you can't do that.
well, is Massachusetts an employment at will state? New York is not. I mean, if it's an employment at will, that means you can be fired or you can quit without any notice, without cause.
How much severance do you get for 3 months of work? Either it's like-
Nothing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Zero.
Like, I think Gus could. We'll get into Gus soon, but I think with Mick, people were saying that he got rejected on McBait because he said he started liking this guy that he was talking to, and I think he got rejected by the guy on McBait. And do you think that led to him snapping?
Listen.
Maybe.
Didn't you already try this joke? Is it
Did I
because
try it?
Julie's here now that you're trying
Yeah,
it
yeah.
again?
The second time.
Yeah,
he's going
I
back.
did cross
Hey,
it out.
Andy, let him go with it.
Sorry. All right. Well, we have an before we get into our net, we talk about Gus and his laziness. We the Axe said we have a sponsor.
What?
So, yeah. So let's the Axe. Are you there? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Trudell soap. Trudell soap. When you stank like hell, grab a bar of Trudell. Wow.
That's
So
not a bad slogan. I'll
That's a-
be really honest.
Tremendous
Wow.
slogan.
Wow, that's great. So the Mike and the Minifans were brought to you by Trudell soap. When you stank like hell, grab a bar of Trudell. Thank you, Trudell soap, for the ongoing encouragement.
Hey, can I ask Julie a question?
Yeah.
No.
Go ahead.
Why?
Kevin.
Why,
Because it's
Ned?
BA show. BA, run the
You
show.
can go. Go
I'm
ahead.
asking him. Can I have the floor, Chairman?
Oh, God.
Go
You
ahead.
guys do that
Go
shit in
ahead.
Canada? You got Robert's rules in Canada?
Oh my God.
All right, go
Ned,
ahead.
I bet you love
I
a nice,
don't garden,
nice tightly
Mayo.
run meeting. With
I live in
We'll
Brooklyn.
get into gardening at the end. but-
Julie, so you have done work for free, two live events now for free for the show. How did you feel hearing Mick bitch about not getting paid and demanding an opportunity? Were you
There's a difference between us, Mayo. I make a good living. I don't need the money.
but you didn't resent that at all?
Well, a little bit, yeah. I'm like, I do it because I love helping Kirk. I love the show. Maybe it leads to something someday, but I'm also in a different position where it doesn't matter as much to me. Like Mick's potentially working part-time if you believe him. Like,
Oh my God. That's a lot of shade just thrown.
I'm sorry. Like, I listened to the show. He said he was working, and I don't dislike
So,
Mick.
do you think there's a point to
Jesus.
Mick? Do you think there's a point to Mick being like, Kirk, you're stringing me along. Like I'm coming in here for you to do this. And
No,
you're stringing me along. Like you don't. Do you think he has a point there, or he's like delusional?
No, for full transparency, when I spoke to Mick when he called me back after my 55 missed phone calls, I was like, Mick, you got way too hot to me. You lost like an objective standpoint. If you were somebody else looking in on this, you would have realized you had to do 3 or 4 more shows for free, and the job would be handed to you. But you were so close to it that you couldn't see that, and you fucking blew up for no reason. That's why when I called in, you're at the 1 yard line. He called a screen that went back 10 yards and he punted on second down. He was right. He was right there, but he was so emotional about it that he fucking blew it all up.
oh, it's a totally unforced error. Like
Yeah.
Gus probably will get fired, and he just had to like not go insane. And who knows? Maybe he'll still get the job. Like Kirk likes
I
him.
think he will. I think he will. And in a weird way, I mean, that yesterday was a top 3 all-time episode.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a great. That first 20 minutes or whatever, 30 minutes was just very riveting, and it was peak Kirkman show crazy. And Mick is just like it was nuts. And I was like, because I was thinking like Mick is gonna get this job, and I think I said it on the New Year show. I was like, Mick in 2024 will be in that job, and like he just wanted the job like 2 weeks early. Like I think that's where the dumbness comes in.
A day earlier. I'll do it for free. I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah. So Montante, now you were off for the job. Is there a potential that you will?
I emailed him my like little hybrid thing where I can be there, every week, stay overnight in Massachusetts a few nights a week. But he's looking for someone to be there every single day, like on the off chance where you have an emergency. So he wants someone. Yeah, that's not me. And he knows that.
You're not.
I threw it out there. Yeah, I threw that out there. So, but it is what it is. Though. Mick's the guy for that job if Gus does leave. No doubt about it.
No.
So.
You're not a number 2. You're number 1, and you're better in a third. You're better in the third chair than you are producing. So you'd be wasted. And unless you could do your current job, relocate, keep your current job, and do it in Boston, and do this as a side gig.
I could. I don't know if Kirk would be okay with it, but I could.
What about
so the money's not there? Let's hold on one moment.
Yeah,
the money's not there. Only Steve, I think, got $100K. Dave did not get $100K. No one. So Coleman's not getting $100K. It's not a lot of money there.
No, I gotta be in my office for my job. I gotta be in my office once every other week just for paperwork and stuff. So,
this is a good question. Does it bother you that Justin just doesn't take this B role? Because when the producer search happened, he was like, "Oh, I thought I would be an associate," and now he's pretty much like the role is an associate producer, but he still won't take it. Like, don't you think this is the perfect role for him?
He's more like the intern type in that sense. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to. I don't think to be tied down to something. Even though he loves the show, his loyalty to Kirk is on question. But I don't think he can go in there 3 times a week.
And he knows that he'd rather be away from home in Chicago, working for the same company and listening as a fan than being there every day and have a small chance of it blowing up in his face and ruining his favorite show.
Yeah, and his mental health.
Yes, which.
That is right. All these idiots are fighting for a job that qualifies for EBT assistance. This was actually another sneakers tweet. The biggest pussy of the day was Mayo. So scared, making it about yourself, wanting to lock the door. That's why you sat in the car in Sacco. You were kind of an all-time pussy in studio. Mayo. Do you have any? Do you want to address these allegations that you're a pussy, or you want to admit today to the people you are a pussy? And you were scared of Mick killing you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been anybody. Yeah, anybody who storms out like that and is that unhinged and irrational, you kind of, it crosses my mind. I'm not saying it's not rational. Like it's an anxiety thing. Like every time I go to the movies, I'm convinced there's going to be a shooting. It takes me like 20 minutes to relax.
You're fucking Mayo. Let me save you.
About Mick. It's just in that situation.
Let me save you from this.
Imagine if that guy comes back in here with a gun and shoots everybody up.
Mayo, I'm trying to help you out here.
Way to go through.
Who would be
insane? Right?
Me. Yeah.
Who's the crazy one now?
Mayo, who would be the Minifan?
I've never said I'm not.
Adam, shut this guy up.
Adam, calm down. Adam, you're like Adam from New Jersey. Calm down.
All right,
Andy. Who would be the Minifan in that situation who storms out that you fear the most is coming back with a gun?
See, that's
it's not Mick. It's not Mick.
No, and that's why I was apprehensive, but I wasn't because Mick hasn't bragged about owning guns. I guess maybe anybody, probably anybody from Maine. Yeah, Snell.
Snell, I would be a little. If Snell,
somebody put in the chat that was the funniest thing.
Maybe yellow shirt guy.
If Snell stormed out, I would probably be a little scared.
I'll say Kirk. Nothing personal. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
good luck,
Kirk. I'm gone.
Yeah,
I didn't think Mayo was totally unreasonable in that. Honestly, like you've sat there in like the third chair when you're like facing down the hallway. It's never crossed your mind that some like lunatic could just storm in.
Not Nick.
Kane
is able. Andy has been watching too many HR active shooter videos.
And honestly, like shooting stuff aside, just when Mick was in the doorway yelling and talking to Kirk, there seemed like a real possibility that he could flip out and maybe get physical. It was like, so there was that to it.
You're worried about Mick?
Montate, I'm not worried. Like, I think I would put Mick in a headlock and I would just drop all my fucking weight on him. I'm not worried about him physically harming me, but I don't want there to be a physical confrontation in the studio. So
I thought all the board was over with all that anxiety I had to deal with Adam from New Jersey. Jesus. Unbelievable.
That's free. That is funny though. Like,
so Ned, if you were sitting there for that, it wouldn't cross your mind like,
no,
what am I going to do if this guy hits Kirk?
Well,
I'd probably try to break him up.
Okay,
Pick him up by his shoulders and put him outside.
Exactly.
It's Mick. He's
You
harmless.
jump in, you're sitting right there. You move off the sofa. I'm 61 years old. I'll be in there a millisecond between him and Kirk. Please.
Yeah,
Hey,
me
try to
too.
break
But I
up,
don't.
for Christ's
But
sakes.
I'm not gonna.
So you wouldn't take
that
a-
might
you
happen.
wouldn't
I'm
take
not
a
gonna sit
bullet?
there and be cool as a cucumber. Like, oh yeah, if that happens,
You
I'll
wouldn't
just
take
jump
a
in and-
bullet for Kirk Minihane
question,
podcast
BA.
Jesus?
I probably would. I probably would for Mutt too. I think I would for any of
Well,
you
I wouldn't
guys
for
too.
Mutt.
If I was
No
in the
fucking
room
way.
with you, and
Really,
I
Mutt?
would fucking go with whoever. Yeah.
Now you're just clout chasing. No,
He would
you're not
No,
inadvertently-
Ned, I
he
would
would
for you too,
inadvertently
Ned.
take
I
one.
would for you
No.
too. I'm a
Next
hero.
question. Andy's making me sick.
So I think that's I don't know. Any last thoughts on Mick? I think we
No,
I have a
like,
question for the panel.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let's say Mick gets Gus's job. How long until
When?
we have no, I don't even care when. He gets it. How long until another record like this, another incident like this?
No, I'm saying when, not if. If he
Yeah.
has the job, he'll be happy.
No, he won't. No, he won't. No. He revealed so much self-centeredness and victim
Yeah, no,
mentality. He'll
agree with Andy.
next it'll be, oh, I'm only getting 30,000 a year for this. Oh, I have to work under Coleman.
Yeah.
He will
think?
break again if
Yeah.
he gets that job.
Someone
No,
tweeted
Andy's
that
right.
the show is up too
100%.
late. No.
Andy's
You know
right.
what,
He'd say, in New York, Kirk, the associate producers are making like $70,000.
You know what was interesting is
Thank you,
when I got him going after Gus. That was par for the course. I got that. When he was like, "Yeah, I should have Coleman's job too," I was like, "Wait, what?" That's when he went off script. That's actually what confused me. Maybe you guys are right. I think he'd be able to take a punch as long as you paid him and he knew his role, but I could be wrong.
Mm-mm.
Nope. I don't think so.
I kind of agree with Kirk, and I like Mick. I've only met him once in Saco, but I don't want to like trash him. But I kind of agreed with Kirk's like little person syndrome comment. And like maybe he's the small one in his family. He clearly has issues with his brother.
Joe.
Like I don't think he could ever be satisfied. Personally, like it's always inferiority complex.
If he was in that chair, he's gunning for Coleman's job like on day one.
Yes,
Like
yes,
it's going to be
100%.
more like where Gus, is never going to get Coleman's job. It's Coleman now has a guy like who it's like Game of Thrones, Game of Producers. Like he's going to actively try to get the A producer job.
Entertaining, but also very toxic. Like at some point, as Kirk said, and Blind Mike and Mutt,
Yeah,
like you do have to produce a show. Like this week was awesome, but at the same time, like you can't just always have a revolving door of producers.
And it seems like the show now is almost the main storyline is about the producers. Like it's always about Gus. It's always about it's like the show hasn't really got into the show. It's always about it's always brought back to like the producers, So
Yeah, that's the last week. That's the last week or so. I was intrigued to see how the thought process for Kirk went along throughout the week, where he kind of seems a little more down on Coleman than he was on like Tuesday, without Coleman really doing much. So
more evidence was like uncovered, though.
Well,
like,
I think it's the intern. The intern thing's insane.
Well, but after the call today, the guy wasn't really an intern. He was like he's like a Barstool viceroy who Coleman's clearly doing some Mick bait, Coleman bait, probably trying to use his, like I said, his position of power.
And Andy just
lure
raised his hand.
in,
He did.
So that's clear. That was clear to me. You don't have to be Daver from Hall to see what's going on with.
How about Daver, huh?
Let's
Who
talk
we
about
brought
that.
today?
Let's talk about that. Jesus.
What was that?
That was like
That
a
was
classic.
unreal.
That's like a classic Daver, where Daver's like, "Oh, I got some
Well,
inside information,"
PA.
and it's just clear. It's just like there's nothing
so
inside.
He was one of like 2 or 3 people. Like that moment, I usually never watch. I'm coming down with I think I'm coming off the cold right now. So I was actually watching live on my couch more than a few times. It was great. And that was a great episode to see live. I was calling everybody I know, like, are you watching this? You watching this? And he was like, yeah, right before we're done hanging up. He was like, I think I know what happened, by like something happened between him and Coleman. So that's why when I called in, I kind of threw that out there. I thought he had a nugget. And then today I was like, all right, what was Dave hinting towards? Nothing.
That was so
Nothing.
funny.
Nothing.
It was nothing. And then he
Nothing.
said on Twitter, he's like, I didn't have enough time to explain myself.
Yeah,
How would
3
he have
minutes.
filled any more time
I
with
counted
that
6
amount of
Kirks in like
information?
17 seconds too. By the way, I was like,
Yeah,
Jesus
it's-
Christ.
He was great in
Mike-
studio this week, though.
Mike
was
B
calm.
Yeah,
Mike B
Daver's
said.
good.
Mike B said BA has the personality of dead moth. I disavow. Disavowed.
It's an alive moth. It's not.
No, it's
dead.
a dead. So
No, but I'm
I
saying
think-
it's inaccurate. You're more
Thank
like
you,
a moth.
thank you,
that's,
Mail.
like,
I appreciate
flickering
it.
Around.
So
stupidly.
you guys said Kirk is more down on Coleman, and Mick is like something Coleman did. I think it's that Coleman is helping Gus on his pitch to save his job. Where I think that could be the root of why people are down, or why Kirk is down on him. Maybe Mick is down on him, because it's like, why is Coleman going so out of his way to help Gus save his job, when Gus time and time again showed he's lazy and incompetent? Is like Coleman doing this in a selfish way because it's like, oh, if Gus is there, he's the whipping boy, and like nothing gets on me? Or is it like he really likes Gus and he's trying to help him out?
I would say if you spend that much time with somebody that close to him, whether you can go into that situation hating somebody, and more often than not, after 4 or 5 months, you're gonna have a soft spot for him.
I mean, they went out. They definitely have worked together for 3 months, but they also went out drinking that night. Listen, Montante and I have only hung out like twice, and I'm loyal to him. So,
oh wow,
just saying.
I think it's the case. I think
I'll be honest.
Wow,
look at this. I think it's the case of a 23-year-old Coleman who's very mature and grounded for his age, from his upper middle class upbringing in New Jersey. that he doesn't have management experience yet, so he doesn't know how to handle having Gus underneath him. Even though Gus is 10 years his senior, obviously Coleman's far more competent than Gus. So I think Coleman deserves not a pass, but some coaching, some mentoring, and get Gus under control, and he can still act as the shield.
Who's an old dog?
Where's that coaching and mentoring going to come from? I agree with you, but where's he going to get that?
Kirk's going to tell him how to manage Gus.
That's
the
do it.
bottom line.
Yeah, Julie could help.
Somebody's got
to.
I'll do it.
No, but Ned, Kirk,
take it easy, David.
Kirk will. You guys tell me I'm flat and boring, but I can't win. Fuck! Now I lost my train of thought. Ned.
That's the best thing to happen tonight. Thank you.
When it comes to like when it comes
going to be the shield.
Yeah, when it comes to Coleman on like a managerial sense, like you can be close with your staff, but at a certain time, it's like business is business, personal is personal. Like at this point, Gus is actually a detriment to the show, the brand, whatever you want to call it. And it's like, why would like this should be, as a manager, it's like, Gus, you need to do this on your own. Like, why am I, as your boss, trying to help you save your own job?
He's a nice guy. It's so hard to manage people, honestly. And I think that's totally right. It's his first time. Gus is older. Gus is likable. I have a hard time dealing with him. Like, I want to... Whenever I've had to interact with him on anything, I'm like, I'm frustrated. I had a hard time. I love Dave Cullinane, but I had a hard time dealing with him for Sacco. Like,
ooh, tell us more.
Not a hard time, but I didn't want to step on his toes. It's a balance when you're trying to like manage anything, and there's other people that are territorial. Like Gus said, I was at Papagino's. He said over and over, like, this is mine. Like, this best of is mine. I got it. I'm the Minifan. Like, how do you?
On tape. Yep.
Yeah. How do you argue with that? Like, Coleman's like, okay, well, he doesn't quite know yet. I'm just defending Coleman, but he obviously is to blame. I totally agree. But like, he didn't know that Gus was gonna totally bungle it. It's like doing a group project with someone that just like fumbles the ball. You're waiting all night for them to get it, and then you realize it's shit, and you have to pull an all-nighter. Even if you're an A student, you're fucked.
But it's not a team. It's not a team project, though, Julie.
Yes, there you go, Ned.
Coleman is
the
his
job
boss. He needs to set the very tight parameters and know what Gus's strengths are and what his weaknesses are, and to make sure those weaknesses are minimized. He's going to make them anyway because that's who he is. As I said, he pathologically lies as a first default. Ask him a direct question, he's going to stammer, stutter. He does the laugh tell, and Montante knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
The lie comes with the laugh tell. The laugh is the tell of the lie. So whenever he starts laughing, chuckling, he's lying. Whatever's afterwards is a lie.
I think pretty much all the time he's lying, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I'm out on him, and I like Gus a lot. But the lying is just, anyone who lies like that, it's like you're trying to cheat at life, which means you're trying to cheat me. Everyone you ever fucking deal with, you're being underhanded with, and maybe it's out of his control, and I like him personally, but just it's like I no patience for that.
Well,
There's
we
just no
said it-
fucking room for that.
We've said it on here. I've said it on here for weeks. Like he's a white liar. When he's backed in the corner, his first instinct is to lie, but to try to get out of it. And that's something that you're not going to change about someone. But I think the lying is one thing, but it's also the laziness and it's like Gus, this is his dream job, and for him to like not listen to audio or listen to like put 100% effort into something is very concerning. And it's like at some point, why do you have to just cut the cord? Like this job isn't for you, Gus. Like this job isn't for you. Like I don't know what you got to do, but it's like best of luck. But it's the lies, the incompetence, and the laziness. I think it's run its course. But do you guys think
he's just been married too? Keep that in mind too. He's only 3 months into his marriage. 4 months, 3 months.
I thought it was about a year.
I
No.
raised that point Thursday.
Yeah,
and
it
it
happened
got
in
shit on big time.
Yeah.
So I have a tweet from Gus from 2020. He said, listening to Dave Cullinane's job pitch to Kirk Minihane has to be the worst attempt at a job pitch ever. I still don't know what he was trying to get at. I'm glad Big Steve came back to save the day. So Gus is clear. Gus in 2020 going at Cullinane for his job pitch. Now Gus is in the same boat.
Yeah,
and so what can he do to save his job?
Well, I would say hold on to that tweet until for a few days on Monday. I don't know. Apparently, he's told anybody under the sun who's asked him what his job pitch is.
Has anyone seen it? I asked Justin.
I heard bullet points of he's gonna be like the official chat guy where he's debating negative comments in the chat and talking about
Kirk's
them.
gonna love that.
Yeah, that'll go over well. I heard about him getting the subway early and making sandwiches. A lot of really good stuff. So we'll see.
No,
that's what I've heard.
Are you going to Subway?
Does he think Subway's going to be like, yeah, sure, you can go behind the counter and whip up some subs?
Well, he's technically organizing it, although I'm deeply worried.
I don't think there's anything he can say to save his job.
I don't think so either.
I don't.
I'm also.
Do you think his best route is such a disaster that it saves it? Like it actually won't be good to save it. It'll be so bad it'll save it. Kirk
obviously feels for him, but if Kirk has a change of heart and decides to give him another shot, but it'll be more because Kirk had a change of heart, not because Gus somehow convinced Kirk to do it.
I think the only I don't even know what he could say, but he has to be like, I think he has to say like, I will let Coleman know what I'm doing every day. And fall like I don't know, because he's clearly
sustainable though. Like
I know, but he's clearly a guy that like he needs to be micromanagers. He's a grade A dummy. Like he's a great capital R retard. Sorry for the but he is.
This isn't.
You got a couple.
Listen, when Kirk brought that word back, no one else was supposed to use it. Yeah. He very clearly said it was his word.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, fine.
Thanks,
don't
Trini
listen to Kirk.
Kuznera.
Yeah, don't listen to Kirk.
I'm just saying he has capital R.
The one thing that's pissing me off lately is the new people into the world like are just chasing clout, whether it's Steve from Gloucester or even Daver, and Mick has been doing it forever, and even Gus. Gus is now he was out there 3 years ago, but now he's in the inner circles for however long it's going to be. But I'm just tired of these people. Like they don't add anything to the show except for us to ridicule them, which I guess is entertaining, but
I think
I want the show to progress. I want the show to keep going.
I feel personally targeted, Ned. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Ned,
if you had a shot at Julie,
if you lived in Boston, you wouldn't be going in third chair, Ned.
Well, I bet in this room, I've only talked to Kirk Minihane 3 times in 6 years. 3 times.
You carried his coffin though, so
I did carry his coffin, but that's why
I too. I told everybody about it.
Dave Cullinane asked me. By the way, when Kirk was there, I said nothing to him. Not a fucking word.
That's the right move.
Don't interact.
So Ned, define clout chasing. What does that mean exactly? Like, and give me a distinction.
Waving to get attention from Kirk. So you do something, you end up coming on the show. He brings you in the studio. You come in once, twice, 3 times, and you flame out. And then you can't take it.
Well,
Kane's being Kane's like
Kane
waving
is
his
the
arm.
anti-clout.
Okay.
AKA the Antichrist. He is the anti-clout. Yeah, I don't think Gus can save his job. I think he's pretty much done. I don't know what he could say. People forget BA changed the retard bracket division to special. That was 2 years ago. The word wasn't brought back yet. So, sorry. Yeah. Anything else on Gus? Like, I guess you guys can get your thoughts off on like the. I guess it feels so long away, but the best of week was just an all-time terrible week. But what? Any final thoughts on Gus?
I think that's been beaten to death. I think.
Yeah. It's like, a couple things. One, like Justin today said he has sales experience. He's like, I won't take a job, but I'll sell for the show. And then he says, he pretty much admits to that he was in a pyramid scheme, like a multi-level marketing scheme, selling.
I caught that.
Yeah, right. Like I was hoping someone brought it up. Like he was in a pyramid scheme selling what a beauty product?
Skincare. Yeah.
Right, he was the VP of distribution.
I believe he said he ran. Didn't he say he ran it?
Well, yeah. When you're in a pyramid scheme, like someone get like you know how it works. Like
you gotta like sell to so many people.
You gotta sell to someone, right?
Convince them to sell, and you get a piece
and you
of
kick
theirs.
up. Yep.
So, do you think Justin could do well in a sales role when his only experience was being roped into some kind of pyramid scheme? And is that telling to Justin's devotion to Kirk Minihane?
I believe in Justin.
I think that's
I'm loyal to Justin.
I actually think Montante could do his side gig would be selling the Kirk Minihane show.
That's a part of my pitch.
You could sell anything. There's a lot of products out there. Everyone keeps talking about Mercedes and the big money dealerships that they're not going to do that. I'm not going to buy a car from Mercedes of Raynham, right? It's not going to happen. So, but if you got certain products that are affordable to, sorry, Julie, but to a male audience,
that's okay. I would do
male
the same
dominant
thing.
audience.
Yeah.
You could easily sell 15-second, 30-second spots on that show. And I'm sick of hearing who's that asshole who comes on now right after it goes live,
Jim
shouting oh my God. I'm purposely not going to buy that cunt's fucking product because I can't stand being shocked. And then, because what happens next after the ad? Are we up? Are we on?
And the volumes, the volumes matter. Yeah,
and it's like Jesus.
Yeah, it's part of the pitch. We'll see.
Okay, so if you're Montante, you're like the sales guy. Like, who do you who do you start cold calling? Like that's
I wouldn't really cold call anybody. I already have two people kind of on the bench, kind of keeping them warm just through going through life. One of them's one of the biggest t-shirt companies in the Northeast.
Johnny Cupcakes.
No. Good God, no. This puts Johnny Cupcakes to shame. I would not have Dave as my model. Not them. But I just don't know if it'd be a conflict of interest between, So I also need to know the numbers. But no, I would definitely do that. The biggest thing is finding target audiences. Like you said, you can't have somebody too big like Mercedes, but you can't have something too small like that cheese place from a couple 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You find something right in between.
Yeah.
I think
Smith Country Cheese.
Regional
Smith cheese, yes. Yeah.
Regional.
The country cheese place, until Kirk dumped them, I used them for my customer Christmas gifts for like 2 years in a row. I spent like
Don the Jeweler, attaboy Red, attaboy.
That was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was terrific. But places, see, I think I disagree, Montante. I think places like that, local, products that are good and quality, that's what would move. People will buy that.
Yeah, I think I always had this idea, but this was more during COVID, that like each week they choose like a different local restaurant and are like, instead of doing like attack ads, like, oh, Minifans, you go to this place, tell them Kirk sent you, and then maybe eventually more places try to sign up, and I don't know how much money you really make there.
Montante, get Shea Concrete. We're all looking to buy concrete.
Well, I got an in there. I won't say who it is, but he's good.
That would be so funny.
By the way, is he dying or not? Is he almost dead?
No, I'm hearing whispers. He'll be back by end of January.
It's him whispering because he can't talk.
That's correct. Very good. Yes.
Let's talk about the lists. Come on, Montante.
What do you guys think of Boner Salad? He's like the new investigative reporter of the Kirk Minihane universe. I'm sure Augustus is his main source. It was funny when Kirk said he's like, as a 50-year-old man having to text Coleman, stop leaking stuff to Boner Salad. That was a funny line. But Boner Salad, he wants a show on the network. And Menners and Joe have approved the show, but now he's demanding.
It's not real. It's someone we know is Burner. He's fucking around.
Well, Julie, so now he's demanding that the show be live, but like no one even knows who this guy is. Like, so
I guarantee you, it's somebody
Hands.
we knows.
You think
Burner?
I
have my theory. Go ahead.
Your theory, Julie.
I think it's Dave Cullinane.
You think
Oh.
Colleen's boner salad?
I
Interesting.
do. I do.
He's-
I have no proof. Dave has not admitted it. He'd probably be mad if it is him, and I figured it out. But I'll tell you why. So, back in February of last year, after my second appearance on the show with Montante, later that evening, my brother tweeted out a video of me dancing with my husband doing the noise, and it was like 1 a.m. We'd obviously been drinking. Boner Salad posted a picture of me and my husband from our wedding website. And Dave Cullinane was the only one that knew my last name at that moment.
Ooh,
It was deleted
Oh,
after the
shit.
fact because
Not
my
Abraham
brother
Lincoln.
very creepy boner salad, and then the tweet was deleted. And this all happened at
Oh.
like 1 a.m.
And Cullinane is
Awesome
dumb
radio.
enough to wrote boner salad as a handle. That is
Yes.
right up his alley.
Wow.
I think you're on the. I actually think you're. And
That sounds
his report today was spot on.
And
Cullinane
just
obviously
like
has
a
technical
day or
memory.
two ago, he's like, I just hope to be as good a journalist as at Dave Cullinane. That sounds like something Dave would write.
People are
he's always
saying
adding the-
people are
the
saying
main wire.
Cullinane. People are saying Cullinane's not that creative. You can't like so. But
Boner
that
salad?
He's a burner account master, Cullinane.
Julie Leaks.
Julie leaks.
Julie Leaks.
Yeah.
I have no
Wow.
proof. That's
Move,
just
move
my
aside,
theory.
sons. Move aside.
Wow, Queen
Yeah.
Julie. Queen Julie in the chat. Julie
You know what?
delivers.
That's right. So it's
Holy
not
shit,
Abraham
wow.
Hands. I stand corrected.
If Dave
Sounds
Cullinane
more
is
possible.
boner salad, that would be one of the funniest things. That would be so like the guy has done way more work for the show since he's been fired.
You know
That's
you would love
remarkable.
to stir the pot and get the producers in trouble.
You know,
too.
Dave. You know, Dave would love to get an official offer from the main wire just to say it's him.
The resume to the main wire was funny too.
Hilarious.
Even Epstein's list, like he put Augustus on there,
Very-
and then, but
Yes.
then below there was Menners, but he
What-
didn't
was great.
highlight Menners.
What's funny about Boner says last night, he's like, hey, do you want to know some stuff? I was like, yeah, if you want. And he'll like tell me. He's like, should I release this? I'm like, do whatever you want. He's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. It's too damning. I'm like, all right. And then 2 minutes later, he's like, yeah, I'm dropping it in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, all right, like whatever. But I told him, like, he's gonna do numbers. It did. That got a shit ton
Again,
of
who's
attention
obsessed
online.
with numbies? Dave Cullinane.
Yeah, but he would want to claim them. That's the only down thing to your
Ah.
theory so
Yeah,
far.
that is true.
So I
He
think
likes
that
to stir the pot.
you know what, I think then give Boner Salad, just say, okay, we're giving Boner Salad a chance to go live. This is your opportunity, and like call his bluff. I think you call his bluff, and let's see. if he-
Julie, what was his demand again? You got interrupted
Oh, which demand?
for Boner
Bon-
Salad show.
Boner
Oh,
Salad's
EA
demand.
said it was to go
Boner
live.
Salad's demand is he wants to have a live show. It can't be pre-recorded.
Okay, call the bluff.
Allow it.
Yeah,
I think Menner should call the bluff. Now after Julie's insight, I think call the bluff, say, okay, Boner Salad show, you're live today, and let's see if he shows up. Interesting. I have another
I thought that, Phil. I swear to God, I thought that, Phil.
I don't think so.
Is Kirk
Kirk's
Boner
not that
Salad?
like.
I swear to God,
savvy.
I swear to God, I was thinking that last night.
I thought it
swear
too.
to-
I thought it too.
swear to God,
stop,
I'm not
Andy.
a big,
You weren't thinking.
I'm not a big burner guy of who it is because I don't go that way. But I was like, this might be Kirk.
No. Boner Steven says Boner Salad, a euphemism for life being unfair or difficult. A play on life gives you lemons, make lemonade, except
I would not
with
think
dicks.
that deep into it.
That's
you know.
The only
Wow.
thing is, I don't know if Kirk has the technical competence to effectively use a burner account.
I don't
like,
think it's
what-
the
I
time.
agree.
Wouldn't he
agree
make a
with
mistake pretty
No.
easily? Accidentally tweet from it when he thought he was on his account or the show
That'd
account?
be great.
I
to
think
see.
it's more a matter of time. He doesn't have the time to do it to run a separate account like that. He's a father. He's got young kids. He's got the show to work on.
His
Hey,
kids
he-
are
New York.
practically adults.
He's also listening.
you
to
gotta
the
watch
fandom.
them.
I mean, you never know.
I have a very important question. Does anyone here garden?
I do. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I do.
You do, Ned?
I grow my own vegetables. Yeah, of
Fuck
course.
yeah. You're the man.
I live in.
Yeah, like when
I
you
don't have any
when you
outdoor
ask these
space.
questions, like, are you expecting them to hit, or you're being like do you think Kirk's gonna be like, oh, I garden, I love gardening? Like, are you trying to find out something that no one knows about Kirk, or are you just trying to be like an asshole?
No, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Like that one, my general rule of thumb is just like they're genuine questions on my part. Like something happens on the show, and I think to myself,
What happened?
"Gee, I
with
wonder
that?
this," and then I
Why
make
would
a
he
note of it.
garden? He
What
would have
led to that?
mentioned that.
I don't
doesn't
remember the
get
exact
dirty. For
context.
Christ's
It's been
sakes,
on my
he
list
hates
for a
sweat.
while. He said something about gardening, and it was as if he does garden, and I thought he's never mentioned that before.
He wipes his
he's
hands
never
after he picks up his
mowed his
golf ball. For
lawn.
Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
he's
He
like
doesn't gotta get
a
his hands dirty.
germaphobe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Gotta get
I'm
into
not
the
saying.
soil.
I can't. I wish I remembered exactly what he said, but he said
That's what
something.
he has
that
his
made me think,
landscaper for.
Yeah, that's Well, he needs a new one.
By the way,
Juan's a
top
sneaky great.
caller
Yeah.
of 2023.
Oh,
Yep.
that was
The
my
best.
top caller
the
one.
best. Yeah.
Kevin's called.
Oh,
was
this
the
is a
worst
good one.
Kevin call ever, right?
Mayo is mole face salad.
Oh, that's just
That
mean.
doesn't-
to
That's
read.
rude. That's mean.
Why wouldn't it just be mole salad? You want to hear
that's
something
grosser.
heartbreaking about moles? My
Ew. No, I don't actually.
No, yeah, we don't.
I don't.
Yeah, take control.
Go next.
I
Go
am.
next.
Wrap it up.
Uh,
Wrap it
uh,
up.
I don't know
I
about
Now I
moles.
appreciate
kind of do,
your
though.
forthrightness.
No, I don't think so. The
You
one
just go
thing
to
that,
Montante's world.
the one
Yeah,
thing,
the
the
list.
one thing that kind of got overshadowed this week was like Barstool Radio. 2 weeks later, they're trying to figure out who the 5 rats are in the studio or in the office. Like one for sure has to be Tommy Smokes because you could tell he's like all in on the Minihane world. But
He
the fact that
alluded
Kelly-
to Feidelberg.
the fact that Kelly Keegs and KFC like constantly like disrespect the Minifans just gets me so mad. And I could see Kirk's getting a little more frustrated, but like Kelly Keegs is like, oh, you go after the Minifans and they attack us
Boo
online.
hoo,
Like,
bitch.
the
Like,
bitch.
Like
They
that.
attack
Go
us.
off
I
to
like
it.
that.
like, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want?
Also, I think too. I think good move by Kirk. Augustus, as a lie, you should probably be better at it. Take notes. I think he's covering for whoever his one leak is. Say there's 4 of them, so it's harder to pinpoint who exactly it is. I think it might be 1 or 2 people. I don't think it's fucking 4 or 5.
I wouldn't be
And
surprised.
I do think it's Tommy.
Will
Tommy
the,
for sure.
I think John Rich is a good bet. Trying to get back in the good graces.
will the Kirk KFC
No one
relationship
forgets that, by the
take
way.
a very ugly turn at some point?
I think
No.
so. I think
No.
so.
I
'Cause
think so.
KFC is a grade A loser. Like they even talked about it today, how he is like one of the worst hosts in history. Like he just talks over everyone. I think actually maybe John from Scranton is from the KFC coaching tree. I don't know, but just kidding. John actually did a
KFC's interesting once in a while.
John actually did a great job on Tuesday, so I have to give him credit there. But KFC, like he's constantly being like, oh, the Minifans are crazy. Like I don't even get it anymore because I don't think like I don't see anyone online like saying death threats or say like they're saying they overblow this whole thing.
I just think they got very soft. Like and it definitely I think stems from the women in the office. Like what's her name? The song woman?
Caroline.
Caroline.
yeah.
Thank you. Like it's
Banowitz.
like no, I never see your content promoted anymore. Like, why do you even still work there? Like, and you're coming after the Minifans. It doesn't make any sense. And Kelly Keegs, I was pissed, like watching the Surviving Barstool finale. I felt like she was deliberately avoiding Kirk. I don't know if
Yes.
he felt that way, but I was like, put something interesting on. This is boring as fuck. Like, why are you here? Like, all you have to talk about is Taylor Swift, which is like every other 15-year-old girl in America. Like,
Hold on a minute. We're still, I go back a pretty long way with this show. And when Kirk calls rallies the troops to go after something or someone, which hasn't happened in a long time. That's why we have that reputation because we do.
It's not unearned. It's not unearned.
And look at you guys. Look what happened over the weekend with Blind Mike and what was that girl, the woman's name with the Lauren Compton.
All time
Even
news,
I'm not-
by the way.
I started
All
following
timers.
like who is Lauren Compton? I'm like,
Andy,
okay,
look it
I'll
up.
follow. And we all just started texting her. She was like, "What the hell is going on with these people?"
Yeah.
So yeah, it's well earned our reputation.
well, I mean,
Yeah, I
that
guess
was
to be honest.
wholesome in a way, but yeah.
Yeah,
But I think that
loyalty.
it's more like when they say attacked. It's more.
Yeah.
It's like you get a response from the Minifans. The
That's
fandom
what that
makes
means. That
itself
means-
known.
That
And
means
also-
they're-
Isn't that like vitriolic?
they
and
get more
ugly,
attention
as
on
they
Twitter for a
say?
few weeks. That's all it is.
correct.
Also, I
Correct.
guess you're right, Ned. We should take it as like a badge of honor as
Yeah.
opposed to a slight. But like
course
you
not.
could tell it really bothers these people. Like
That's
what
the
is-
problem is that it bothers them so
Well,
much.
you're used to posting. You're posting something on Twitter where in 24 hours you get 4 retweets and 36 likes. Now you have 4 retweets, 9 quote tweets, and 400 likes, and it's just overwhelming for them. They don't have the normal people in their bubble.
What does Portnoy call us? The wildlings. You know, it's
Yeah.
perfect. I love what he said. That I freaking love that.
I mean, look at of course.
But
Look
you
at the
know,
people doing that
Rico
studio,
and
of
Jerry
course.
have their army, so
Yeah, they do. Right.
Jersey Jerry, by the way, I did the math earlier. When I was watching, so we did it for like 36 hours. He was getting at least $10 a minute per donation.
Yeah,
He
I wonder how much he
bunch of
made.
money.
Like, how much money do you think he made from super chats and that?
They put out between the super chat and everything. There was an article that was put out by someone on Twitter where it said that he made like $2.5 million.
good.
Wow.
I love Jerry.
2.5 million? No way.
That's
He
what
blew
the
out
article
his
said. And
shoulder.
Jerry quote tweeted it and was like, I don't know where this money is. I just reheated like some like soup in the microwave or something. But like he made a lot of money.
But do you see
lot.
that's the thing too that makes us special as Minifans because Jersey Jerry's like way bigger than Kirk. They all are. Kirk's really small, but we are the most fiercely
I mean, that's not what I've
loyal
heard,
and-
Ned.
well,
Whoa.
I don't mean that.
Oh,
No.
you talking about Kirk's?
That's
Who
how
were you
that's how you're
talking
getting
to,
paid, huh?
Julie?
Woo.
You know, the line
There
went
you
right
go.
there. Okay. What I'm saying though is that we are small, but we're fiercely loyal, and we're above average intelligence for the most part because we have some very very clever people.
Thank
No,
you,
we
Ned.
we do. So
We're largely we're better. I know Minifans get knocked. There's some lookers in the group too. Ned,
If you
you're
go to a
up top.
KFC live show, I think you might see better looking people than
You
Yeah,
think
I
so?
think
Really?
so.
Yeah.
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 Not
I
if
think
not
so.
not if Ned-
Minifans are pound.
You think
for
you're telling me
pound.
it's an audience of Ned Snarks?
No, Ned Snark might be the best looking fan in the history of like online fan bases. Ned Snark might be with the one seed. So
I honestly think Kirk should be bigger. I know he doesn't care.
I do too.
But that
He
was
doesn't
part of
want
my.
to be. He doesn't
Well,
want
I
to be.
know that
The
was part
only
of my
way-
pitch in the
the
beginning.
only way at this point for Kirk to be bigger is he has to go on all these. He has to go on all these other
But he is.
platforms. Like he has to go on other shows and like outside, like because that's how people get bigger. They go on other people's podcasts.
He doesn't. He
not
he has no interest. He has no interest, as you'd say, BA, in being Kirky mainstream. No interest.
No,
Right,
he
exactly.
doesn't.
Nope,
And I think
nope.
that's fine. I think he has a solid audience, and he's like, I get paid well. Like,
If you show the average person like some of the clips, like they'd be like, "What the fuck are you
What the
listening
hell is
to?"
going on?
It's
Right.
fucking tough. So let the wildlings, let the freaks listen to it. I like
Exactly.
it
I
better
think
that way.
it's also better. Like I think the way his audience grows, it could be slower, but like you grow hardcore fans more
Yes.
than casual
Whoa.
fans. Because like,
Hey,
yeah.
Can we
so,
reference that Matt comment? Good God.
Anyone else think Intern Nick sounded hot as
He was
fuck?
like
I know Coleman
19,
did.
and he definitely sounded gay. I mean, I know they were.
Yeah, he was a twink. There's no way. Yeah, that kid.
Aw,
Yeah,
know, nothing
Oh,
wrong
twink.
with that. I'm an ally.
No,
but-
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, there
Can we
is.
can we
Yes, there is.
can we circle back to that real
It's all
quick?
different.
Does anyone else remember Coleman did say once? He said, "Video is my weakness. There's some guys at BC that I may get help from."
Yeah, he did say it.
I don't.
Okay, so
remember that.
then he
Good
did
job,
that with
Mayo.
Nick, but so it kind of it does jive that maybe he just had Nick do a little bit of video work and didn't really consider it an internship. But he did say on air he had BC guys in mind to help with video.
I just don't get
So
why he
it's-
didn't bring
it's
it up
not like he
because
totally hit
it's
it.
a good look. It's first off, you should do it for being transparent as part of your job.
Yeah,
It's also a
he
good look.
should've.
It's a good look on your end. Like, hey, by the way, we're building up a little team behind the scenes.
That's true, Montante. I agree.
You know, it's not like
Especially
anything
after
wrong.
saying you were going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. He should have disclosed it, but I don't think he was like maliciously hiding
Why
it.
do we need manners, BA?
No,
We-
I said
we-
because I never wrap it. I'm bad at wrapping this up.
What are
But,
we an
uh,
hour tight? We got to get
Yeah.
out.
No,
We're an hour.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
he's
take
tough.
we're gonna take calls. I think John is here. We're gonna
Ugh.
take some calls, but if you don't want to stay around from calls, you can drop out. If you want to stay, you can stay. So.
I'll be back in a minute. I have to relocate to my kitchen, my main studio, which Alex absolutely hijacked right before the show started. So I'll see you guys in a minute.
All right. Well, we're gonna take calls when John comes on. John,
wish you kept
Julius.
Ah, there he
All
is.
right, brother.
What's up?
The number is
John.
844-906-3800. That's 844-906-3800.
Why do you look like you just taped the full Monty, John?
I did.
Hmm.
Just sure did. How'd the show go today?
I think it went well.
I was watching the Murders Before the Marathon on Hulu. Very good documentary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Willie G is engaged.
I know. I know.
Right? Do you remember former
What?
intern Will? He's
Oh,
engaged.
intern Will?
Intern Will is now engaged. He got engaged at a Buffalo Bills game, and his engagement made the Buffalo media.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say the
Wow.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, I did too. That seemed fitting somehow. How's he doing? Is he good?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Are we ready for calls right now? Or
We're taking calls.
okay, you can call in. But Internet, it was so funny when he answered the phone. He sounds like kind of like he sounded gay, and then it's like, of course Coleman hires this guy like under like in the he was like kind of the closeted intern, right? Because like no one heard about him except for Josh. Oh, what about Josh? Josh is actually fired. It seems, right?
617.
That
Oh,
was so funny.
I don't
Kurt
think
said,
so.
I think we're done. I think we're all set with Josh. And Coleman just didn't miss a beat. He was like, yeah, sure. It just kept going on whatever they were already talking about.
617. Welcome to Members Live. Hosted by Barstool.
You're such an idiot, bro. Mayo's such an idiot. That's all I call to say. He's a fucking idiot. Why? Well, what are you saying, Mayo?
I don't. What? Can you elaborate on why I'm an idiot?
One beer on the fucking stream. You stink. Yeah.
Why am I an idiot? Like, if that's your header, what are the bullet points underneath?
You thought Mick would shoot up the studio? You're fucking stupid. You're stupid, bro. Why are you an idiot? There you go.
Okay, yeah, all right. I can't argue with that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Pleasure.
I just want to know why. It's not like I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know why.
And Kirk thinks these calls are bad.
Exactly.
I opened up the show.
Like I had it. He brought energy.
Hey, you did.
I appreciate the feedback.
People like that call. No more calls, John?
Nothing yet.
All right, we'll call it.
Wow.
We used like 3, so I don't. But
Yeah, we usually get like maybe one good one, and then.
what do you guys think about Mutt now kind of teasing he's back with the network, back on Menners? Like he might come on. Do you think that's good for Mutt?
Believe it when I see it.
I mean, I think it's good for Menners.
I think he thinks he's above us.
Well, do you think it's a great with
though,
Menners?
isn't he?
Yeah,
think
no,
it's
he is, but I mean, he doesn't want to engage, right? Yes, he is, but he's in the he's a friend of Kirk's, but no, he thinks there's a difference between where we are and where he is. So no, him going on the show, he wouldn't do that. He's also afraid that his next job might pull this from YouTube and say, "What the hell are you doing with this guy?"
That's fair.
Which is I can understand.
Fear.
Taylor with a good comment. Gus Pitch needs to be a shit ton of ideas. Sell Kirk on the idea that it only takes one to have similar to Jersey Jerry. Yeah, I don't know. I
Gus
feel like
doesn't have any ideas.
That's
Zero.
He does have terrible ideas.
He has none. He doesn't even have terrible
RFK
ideas.
Jr. was the one I couldn't believe. I heard that. I watched that live. I couldn't believe he said that.
Well,
Like,
that
you
was
think
one of
Kirk's
the-
going to give a shit about having RFK on?
You
He
got
likes RFK. He liked
a call?
a tweet of him.
Yeah, you got 508.
508. How are you? Welcome to Menners Live, hosted by BA.
Emily?
Hola.
Yeah, you're there.
Julie.
It's Juan the landscaper.
Yes.
Mi nombre es Juan. I'm looking for work. Do you need a landscaper?
I don't have a lawn, Juan, but you sound lovely. I would definitely hire you.
Oh, for what?
Maybe you hire me to work in your building?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got buildings all over the place, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to
Must
move
be
to Texas?
landscapers.
Me gusta BBW.
What, Juan? Would you be willing? Juan, would you be willing to work overtime? Wink, wink for Julie. You know.
I will work very, very hard for Julie.
There you go.
Because I am a Mexican, my penis is very, very small. It's muy pequeño. So I'm not satisfied. Julie, just like my wife, she's not satisfied by me anymore because Harry, her son, he has much bigger chalupa than me. So he satisfied Consuela better than me.
Juan, have you had a couple cervezas tonight?
No, I don't drink. I drink water and Mountain Dew.
Juan, I wish you best with your family. I hope you can get it back. But if not, I think good prospects.
This is a big spot. I think this is Pastor Jose. Juan, where are you from? Mexico. Let's see if you're really actually Mexican. You sound like you from Puebla. Am I wrong?
From Puebla.
Oaxaca.
San Paulo, Mexico.
I don't know. It's real.
That's Brazil, I think.
All right, Juan. Well,
Julie, do you maybe you lift up your shirt for me?
Oh, Juan. Juan's horny now that he lost his wife to Harry.
No, not today, Juan. Maybe next time.
What if he'd said please? Did that factor in?
Por favor.
Oh, he did.
Blind Mike's daddy. Are you working tonight? Or are you off?
Wow, doxed. Don't talk. You can't dox Juan.
Oh, is that Blind Mike's daddy?
Anytime I hear a voice that's like a semi of a different language, I just assume it's him. You're usually right.
I thought it might be the guy who does
Pastor Jose.
Jerry's uncle. But
no way. What are you nuts?
But Juan is so much funnier than Jerry's uncle.
You thought it might be Jerry's uncle? How would that be possible?
I was also
maybe
saying,
I'm thinking of someone else. Isn't Jerry's uncle the one who does like Sammy Hagar and he can't keep an impression going for more than like 8 seconds before it falls apart? Isn't that him?
No,
all right, whatever.
No. Should have been amateur.
BA, do you
do we have any
Mick
more
was
calls?
upset this week because his Nick Bait guy broke up with him?
Yeah.
Guys, so actually, I have Boner Salad has reached out and said Mick was rejected by his lover on Mick Bait, and that's why he
you know, this is the fourth time that's come up.
Yeah, I know. That's
okay.
you set me up for it, didn't you? Set me up?
Then you didn't seem to. Okay, all right.
Come on. I know what you're doing. I also wanted to say there's no way Mayo's the Trump caller after his nickname from Steve from Gloucester.
I would never, ever ruin this. I know who the Trump caller
is.
I
do too.
What?
No, it's not. It's not Mayo's. All I'll say. I won't tell you who it is. It's not Mayo.
Oh,
do we know who it is?
Julie. Yeah, is it known? Someone knows.
I will not. Okay. I'm not saying.
Wow, Montante knows who the Montante on that Montante Rolodex gets info.
Dude,
you know?
I keep people think I have a loud mouth, which I do, but for serious stuff like that, I'll keep that tight to the hip. I will not tell a fucking soul.
Missed calls. The missed calls.
Montante,
great, Montante.
when I said on the show that I had your phone number, I thought they might ask why, and I was going to tell them exactly why.
Which is
because I wanted to call and tell you a good job the last time.
Montante called to tell me I'm the best third chair ever. And he said Kirk has never sounded better than when he's in there with me. And that I should probably be in there every week.
Sober as could be. I know Ned hates him when he's there. Ned, I was with you originally. The first time I went in was the last time I could not complete an episode since like the special episodes. But since then, I love Andy Mayo in there. I hate saying it.
Thank you, Montante.
And this is how weird you are, Andy. And I've said this. I once tried to follow you so you'd follow back so I could tell you privately, hey, I actually like you on the show. You are so fucking weird. You saw me follow you. Instead of following back, you screenshot and go, this was a big mistake for him. It's like, dude, just follow me back, you freak.
Yeah, or sometimes I'll screenshot the follow and I'll say like this fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're a fucking weirdo. But no, I actually think you're great on the show. I hate to say it. Like, I wish you'd bring that up here, and I'm embarrassed. But no, I think
Ned, are you always this much of a curmudgeon? Or is it just that it's like late, or is it that I'm here?
It's you.
It's just me. Yeah.
Ask Montante. We have a great time on his show.
Correct. With a little E fucking talk about Lord knows what.
No calls.
No calls. Well, guys.
This is where BA's gonna improvise.
Go ahead, BA.
All I have on here is the Fawn Squad won the Division 4 championship in NHL.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, nice.
What? They told me to. Actually, John on the Instagram. Have you guys follow the Kirk Minihane Show Instagram?
It started to get a little more progressively more potent and frequent and a little more annoying. I knew John was behind it. I knew it.
John is now running the Instagram. I think he's doing a great job. I think he's doing a
little
great
more
job.
annoying.
What is
which
that?
is
John?
good. Which is good.
Wouldn't you rather the Instagram be more annoying? Like then
Absolutely, it's not a bad thing.
You're
Yeah.
running the Instagram, John. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah. So that's what I was like. I noticed. I was like, who's running the Instagram? It's so much better than it's been in a while. And then John. told me
Busy
to
tone when you call, everyone.
You must have the wrong number.
Oh, come on.
John,
Probably hundreds
I
of
take back
hours.
everything I said.
That's 3800, not 3600. Get the context up.
Yeah, they might be down the wrong number.
Why
John,
would they
how'd that
why?
arrangement come to be of you taking over the Instagram?
I think when Coleman got told he was suspended, he had to make sure that the socials were still running. So he reached out to people to run them. Every social media account's being run by
So
somebody.
who's on the Twitter right now?
I don't know because I think
think
Mick had
Justin.
access to it.
Justin's been on the Twitter.
Can we
Do you,
address this?
do you
with
think that
Roscoe?
will continue after their suspension ends?
I hope. I mean, I think so.
Should.
If they're smart, they will, because like it's not damaging, and to get more fan interaction with that stuff, it's not like Kirk fucking follows the Instagram and shit. So
I also like
Doesn't
because I like you doing the story posts.
I am responsible, Roscoe, and it's underway. Don't worry, it'll be on sale.
Justin is on Twitter, confirmed by Joe the Axe. Joe the Axe.
Dad, are you
John,
going?
did you fix the calls?
I just tried calling and it didn't do. It wasn't busy, so we should be good. If someone gets a bit, try it and get a bit. If you get a busy side, let me know.
It was almost like someone was trolling in the comments.
Yeah, it might be. I think that's what it is.
Ned, you going to Portland?
No,
Why not, Ned?
I actually don't think I can go anymore.
because it's
No.
between
What?
Good Friday.
Whoa,
Because it's
whoa.
between Good
Yay.
Friday and
I'll
Easter Sunday.
confirm.
Yeah.
I'll confirm
What
soon.
are
but I don't
you
think I
like
can go.
big Catholics here?
Paisan, you're supposed to stay here at night.
I know, but I don't.
Oh.
I don't think I could swing it.
Yeah.
I was gonna test those gay rumors.
Yeah, that's
Really test them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought for sure that I think this is a good week. Good week from John. John, great job as the host for the emergency show, also on the Instagram. So
Thanks,
I
buddy.
think they need to do that more stories. The one about Daver today, the Daver one today was so funny, and also Daver had a good appearance in studio, but the that call this morning was so funny. It was
He was on his best behavior. It was actually a good appearance by Dave. I give him a hard time, but that was a good show. He was under control. Julie, when is the plan for
calling
North Dakota?
not working? Like,
Sorry,
I'll
I
just
didn't hear
restart.
that, Ned.
If
When
they're-
is the plan? Sorry, John.
Fuck is
Oh,
Julius?
when is the plan for North Dakota? What's the date?
I don't have a date yet. I'm waiting on Kirk, but whenever
gonna
he
wait
gives
for
me
that one.
one, yeah, that'll be a good one.
I've been trying to swindle. So Kirk's rules change all the time, but he said that the people who get the live show who win can pick like this sidekick. I want to be. I'm working right now with Sheldon to pick me. Even if I won't even say a word. I just want to go to. I want to see North Dakota.
Yeah, me too. It's one of the states I've not been to. I'm definitely going to go.
Yeah. So even if I don't get picked, let's drive together. Would you drive or would you fly like a loser?
I'd probably fly partway
Oh,
and
you
I would
fucking
drive.
think. I want to see.
I live in Fort Lauderdale.
everyone say-
I live in Fort Lauderdale.
Everyone's
It's like
saying the
probably
calls aren't
2,500
working.
miles.
Call is not working.
I'm
John is
restarting
lying.
it, you vicious fucks. Fuck. Jesus. Okay.
I would love to drive to North Dakota just to see nothing for like 10 hours would be fantastic.
It wouldn't be 10 hours.
No, I'm saying
might
like
be.
I'm saying you see stuff for a while, but then
Once you get
eventually
past Chicago.
you get to a stretch of nothing. I love that.
You actually have an easy drive. You would just get onto 90 and take 90 west and yeah. Although I would avoid Chicago.
I'd be dipping my dick off. I would have a fast food the whole. Oh, I love it. I would
got
stop
the,
off.
I got the book that Mutt recommended for Gussie. So
Did you
what do
already
you think?
have that, or you bought it?
No, I already had it. No,
Uh.
Gus is right. It would be. I mean, Mutt was right. It would be helpful to Gus.
Gus should read this.
He can't
I think
even
that
read
should
a
be-
book.
Man to read.
What
He
is
can't
that?
Listen to a 3-minute clip.
there you
You
go.
think he's gonna read a book?
That's what he should read.
True.
Stoic.
Facts.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
we're
buy that right now, Ned.
Calls are back. So
Yeah,
let's
it's only
see.
2,000 years old, Andy. I'm sure it's easy to get.
We were.
And
No,
Ned,
it
Bible?
wisdom
ran
doesn't
out of-
expire. It's what was that called? Meditation. What was that? Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius Meditations.
804.
You say it's 2,000 years old. Like I can't buy it on Amazon at the drop.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
It's
you're
like,
Indiana
you can
fucking
get it.
Jones.
All right,
Getting that out of some
BA,
cave
take
somewhere.
BA, take
All right,
control.
all right, guys. 804.
I'm looking at
go
it.
ahead.
Marcus Aurelius.
Mayo.
Meditations adapt
Mayo.
to
Mayo,
the
the calls
contemporary
go
reader.
first.
Kick Mayo out.
Silence.
804.
Hello, hello. This is Mayo's mole.
Oh no.
First off, I'd like to say John is fucking stupid. I tried to call 5 times and it didn't work.
Well, we fixed it, Mayo's mole. What do you got to say?
Pretentious. little
Secondly,
fucking mole.
I wanted to call and agree with the first caller that he is an idiot. It's 2024. You can have me removed. You can really have me removed. You're making me look bad.
I'm making
Wow.
you look bad. You think you'd be better off without me? What kind of
I think
fucking
that's
life
what
would
he's
you
saying.
have without
That's
me?
exactly what he's saying. It's
Oh,
a
he's
great-
like he wants to die? He wishes he was dead?
Everything that's inside of me sustains your life.
Thank you for the call.
But
gotta-
Mayo's mole wants to be removed.
50.
I've had some removed.
Go it alone.
What was
Are we?
what was the area code of the last call?
It was 804.
What is that?
My daddy's like.
Roscoe
doing
thought it was
sleuth
Kirk.
work.
Next caller,
Oh,
you're up.
I don't know who that was then. Okay.
Next
I thought-
caller, you're up.
Kirk's in bed.
Hello.
Hello.
Kevin?
Hello?
Hey.
See how long it goes. I don't know.
All right, he dropped himself.
Kevin.
We
It
got
wasn't Kevin.
508. Yeah, 508.
508, you're up. Welcome to Menders Live, hosted by BA.
Hey, Mayo, I'll give credit where credit is due. You got me.
I agree, Steven.
No. Is Mayo there?
Yeah,
Mayo
who's
is
this?
there.
Is
Go
this
ahead.
Uncle Jerry?
You got me, buddy.
And you're Juan?
That's it.
I fucking told you guys.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
no.
It's full of shit.
Not
Do it.
Juan.
Do it. Do it, stupid.
God,
Do it right now. Tell me you're like sleeping with my wife or something. Do your thing.
What?
Well, that's what he says.
Mayo's
Oh, no.
dream. He's such a
No,
cunt.
tell me that my
Go ahead.
daughter's sleeping with your wife. That's what he does.
Hello, Mayo. Your daughter?
Oh,
Let him
no.
go. Let him go.
Okay.
Let him go. Let him go. Shut the fuck up, everybody.
Your daughter, she has sex with my wife.
I mean,
Nah.
oh, listen to
think
him
it
say
is.
Consuela. I think it's
Nah.
him. It's him. I told you guys.
It is. It's
Mayo,
him.
you're
And we tipped the
terrible.
hat.
Why am I terrible?
Docs.
It's
He
not
docks. Mayo docks the caller.
Doc's a great caller. The
I
best
can't believe you
caller.
got that right.
Oh,
Mayo.
are we
Good
not
to hear.
supposed to do
I
that? Is that
Nicolas
not cool?
Cage.
Kirk hates that.
I doxed myself. I could have just kept quiet, but Mayo got it, and then everyone else denied it. So I wasn't. I just did it at the last minute.
Dude,
I don't know. I was just having fun. And so
thank
you're
you, man.
correct.
Wait,
I love your calls.
do Jerry's uncle just to prove it.
I'm gonna fuck up your asshole.
Oh, there you go. He's
How
got
did you make that?
range.
How'd you make that connection?
Great call.
I just thought it
That's-
sounded
yep.
like him. I don't know.
John,
203.
John, how many
agree.
viewers? How many
Shitting on
viewers
me
do we
all
have, John?
fucking night. Thank you,
We
Sorry,
Steve.
have it
Mayo.
now. I don't see that.
I think like 200.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, 200 people's now.
203.
203. Welcome. What do you got to say?
I just gotta say, fuck both Mayo and Jerry's uncle for that. They ruin it.
Sorry,
RIP
dude.
one.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I didn't
anyways,
think about that. I didn't think about like that it could ruin the
Mayo.
magic. I'm sorry.
no, you never fucking think about
You-
that, Mayo.
You ruin everything. Jesus.
Justin said he has to shut this off now. Wow.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
I
It's
agree.
still real.
Mayo sucks.
Anyways,
Yeah, Mayo might
Damn it, I agree.
take down the network. The network might be gone in the morning because of this.
What do you got, 203?
he's fucking. Okay.
Hey, you're
All
from
right.
Connecticut?
203.
Where are you from? Are you a swamp Yankee?
I'm from Cheshire. Where are you from?
Oh, you're from Cheshire? I'm in Putnam. I'm in the northeast corner. How you
Awesome.
doing?
Awesome.
Oh, you're from the fucking West Virginia of Connecticut. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I sure am.
Yeah, dude. You must live among fucking heroin addicts.
There's a decent amount of heroin in the area. That is accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think
Anyways,
we lead the world in per capita on a per capita rate of
All right.
grown
thank
men
you for
riding
the
bicycles to the liquor
Connecticut
store.
talk.
That's our
This is
Shut up.
fascinating, Mayo.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Pardon?
drink his
See you
collar
later.
because of you, Mayo.
You're dropping him? Why? He's from Connecticut.
See you
Drop
later.
Mayo
Don't
too while
just
you're
let
at it.
Connecticut talk.
Yeah.
Next caller.
Call back in. 716.
716. Welcome.
Is that Las Vegas?
Well, hey there, fellas. I am super fucking pissed off. This is what it's come to. I'm sitting here edging myself to Ned Snark, and oh, it's Mayo's mole doing my fucking bit. Are
Oh
you
no.
fucking serious? Ned Snark is a glorious, beautiful, sexy human being. His hair, his flow, his beard, and then I hear Mayo's mole.
Well, in all honesty, there could be multiple Mayo's mole callers. You know?
Thank you for calling in.
Can I when that guy says Mayo's mole, do you know which mole he's referring to? Like, do you guys all
No.
think of one of them as the mole?
No, they're
Oh,
all
there could be
gross.
like 10, 15 minutes.
Under your eye.
Is
520, you're up.
520. Welcome.
That really is like the West Virginia of.
Yeah.
You're right.
yeah.
You're up there, huh?
We're rural.
Hey, let the
like
caller
if,
go.
yeah, we're
Mayo.
Hold on. Start
Wait,
over.
start over. All these guys are talking.
Has anybody mentioned that Mayo's like safe zone when he was teaching or whatever was a kill box? They were sending him to a kill box. Like it was a closet. It's nothing there. They wanted the shooter to go there eventually. So that's the first thing. Yes, there's one mole. It's like whatever you think of when you think of Uncle Uncle Bob,
Said.
right?
There it is.
Oh, the chewing on the yeah, I've never seen it. I remember DEC would say that. No, man, that was standard operating procedure. 3 times a week, there'd be a 2-hour active shooter drill, and I'd have to go sit in my safe zone by myself.
2 hours a week?
That's how they do it every
Jesus.
school. That's what they told me. They said this is
No.
how it's done everywhere.
I think they
Not
just
normal.
wanted to lock you in a closet for 2 hours.
They do
a
2
week.
hours a week of what?
No,
active
that's the
shooters?
joke. The joke is that they
Oh.
wanted to get rid of me. And
You got another caller here. Anonymous.
Over my head.
Anonymous caller.
I
Welcome.
wish Mayo wasn't just part of an active shooter drill. I'm actually just part of it.
hey, man, I mean, in America, I feel like it's like it'll
Oh,
happen.
shut up, May. you
God,
fucking
you're
pussy.
my
You're such a
God.
fucking liberal cunt. Shut up.
I don't know if anybody said this, but I think it's just pretty obvious just in regards to Gus. The only reason he wanted the job was to be able to brag to like the Minifans that he got the job.
Same.
And now that like once the reality happened, he's just shocked of like the work that actually comes along with it.
Did
That's a
you
great
guys
point.
interact with him? I know he was at the beanbag tournament, but did like anyone ever hang out with him?
Talk to him. I played video games with him a few times.
Shocking.
I heard he revealed his salary on that once.
Did he? He didn't. Not when I was there.
Like
yeah.
at the cornhole tournament, I was like,
But he
"Oh, I
could've
was
lied.
there. I didn't see you." He was like, "Yeah, I was high as fuck."
I did
Oh.
not. I was at the beanbag tour. I swim at that stupid bitch, the 90210 caller. I did
Oh.
not remember seeing Gus there.
He said he was there, and I was like, "I was there. I didn't see you, but I didn't know him either."
Do we have a caller?
301. You have a bunch of callers on the line.
Oh wow.
Oh,
301.
weird,
Wow.
weird, John.
What a
I know.
night.
Wow.
301. Go ahead. Welcome.
Can we talk about Julie's investigation of boner salad
Yes.
real quick? Just how she like her investigation was quicker than Mick's reflection on how he should portray himself in public. But how did you come up so quick? So there was only one other person on all of Twitter, Julie, that knew your last name, and somehow that person was only Dave Cullinane? Really? It was only Cully?
This at the time, I didn't know anyone else had doxed me, and Dave had my last name because he had my email address because I had been emailing him about going
None
into
of your coworkers might have known your Twitter account. You're just
no.
Nobody knows her Twitter account.
None of my coworkers know my Twitter account. No.
you're painting a broad brush with this.
So you're a caller. You're.
It's actually a
you-
very narrow Cullinane shaped brush. It's not a broad
Yeah.
brush. She pointed it at one.
Agreed.
Ned, what did your group have in your file on Julie? Like, when did your group get Julie's last
You
name?
hang out with 5-year-olds. You
All right,
I can't discuss that.
All right, thank you.
It's just
So
that it's there. It's in a
this
file.
guy was really mad that Julie docs Cullinane as being boner salad. So maybe
That's
it
not-
is true.
She didn't
Is
dox
that
him.
dox?
She,
That's
that
not
was the-
doxing,
that's not
though, right?
doxing.
I don't
Yeah,
know
no,
it.
I just said it's a parody account.
But it
doxing.
makes a lot of
Threw
sense.
it out there.
And I didn't dox
Next
one.
caller, you're up.
508. I'm on your side, Julie.
Thank you,
Oh.
John.
508.
Hello.
Hey,
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Psych.
Oh, and he hung up. That was awesome.
People do a lot of fucked up things in this community, but that was not cool.
Like, say the line's busy. 203.
203. Welcome.
Oh, another Connecticut person.
Do you want to go off, Mayo, or?
Can I speak this time, Andy? Or
Oh, is it the same guy?
There you go.
Well, probably.
I didn't hang up on you. I don't have that power.
It was your fault.
may I, no? May I speak?
Yes, floor is yours.
Oh, thank you.
No
Maybe
problem.
don't think Mick, when they called him today, was like, "Oh, they just fucking walked into my trap. What a tangled web I weave."
I hope.
Yeah, do you think
I was
Mick
like, is this
thinking that?
Jeff D-Lo? It's not, though, is it?
No.
This is drunk Jeff D-Lo. I think.
It does sound
Oh,
like
wait.
Jeff Lowe.
Isn't Jeff from Connecticut
That's not a
originally?
bad call.
Jeff? Jeffrey.
I'd rather not discuss my placement.
I knew it.
Wow.
What's the area code start with?
203.
Not
All
me.
right, but all right.
Hey,
Another
Jeff,
call-
did you know
another
I'm
caller's
not
on.
just
Like
you?
him.
You, me, and Mutt, buddy.
Oh, I can't wait, man. It's going to be great. The three of us.
Yeah. We'll go to
Jeff, do better
go to the
history
dairy
questions.
barn.
Do better history questions on trivia.
It does
Two good
sound
ones.
like him a lot.
Drunk D-Lo. Jeff D-Lo. Jeff Drunk Low. Didn't
I don't
work.
think it's him.
Keep trying.
Did you go to UConn too, Mail?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah, it's not
UConn
him,
grad.
not
Yeah.
him, not him.
Yeah.
No.
Are you actually?
Yes, but I graduated when I was like 28. I wasn't a traditional student.
Could have guessed
I'm a bootstrap guy. Not
What
like
does
Jeff.
203 have to say? I feel like he has something to say.
203. The floor is yours.
Watch the dozen of you know.
No, this is fun. Everyone thinks I'm Jeff Lowe.
Yeah, no, I was going
Oh.
to say.
There we go.
Yeah, it doesn't. It sounds like him, but
It did in the beginning. Then
Hey,
it
good
lost.
call.
Mayo,
Yeah.
you fucking ruined it.
did you vote? Did you vote for
Again.
Ned? Did you vote for Ned Lamont?
We don't
Did you
care.
vote
We
for Ned
vote
Lamont?
No politics. No politics. no
I
politics.
actually
Don't
heard.
do politics.
I actually
No politics,
heard
you liberal
Mayo and his 15 moles. Mayo and his 15 moles did 15 votes, ballot stuff for Ned Lamont.
502 or 520. I'm sorry.
520. You're up.
Very different.
Welcome.
That's Tennessee.
Why do you know
I'm
that?
back, right?
Welcome back.
This
Thank
Shazam?
you. All right, I'm done with Mayo. No more Mayo. I will
Agreed.
say that the Ronald McDonald and Mutt, like, he thought that Ronald McDonald owned McDonald's
a
until
good point.
yesterday, probably.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with having an imagination. Okay.
It's perfectly fine. I don't even hurt it, but it reminded me of that moron trivia stuff, and it was the funniest thing ever when him and Curtis went at it, like it was a competition.
Mm-hmm. Battle of the Brainless.
Back in the day. So
Battle of
funny.
Brainless.
So, anyways, and then I had one other thing. I don't know. Julie rules. This is not.
Agreed.
I'm going to say this. I don't think it's Dave. I think it's probably somebody feeding Dave information, or Dave is feeding somebody else.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
it's a-
everyone
it's a
knows
Dave-
that Border Salad's biggest source is Gus himself. If you reach out to Gus about anything, he'll give you his social security number. He's a moron.
Oh, he will. Oh, he will.
He's a
By the
moron.
way, this is Bio Dude. You guys were all at my barbecue.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
wasn't. Hey, bio
Hey,
dude.
bio dude.
Bio
I
dude,
wasn't,
was
but I
Gus
wish I was.
really there?
Biodude's great.
What's that? Yeah, I mean, he says he was there. I think there's a picture of him here,
Oh,
but
I can hear Biodude. How did
he's-
I not pick up on this earlier? That
I
is
know.
Biodude. I apologize. I'm a huge
shit.
Biodude guy.
no shit.
Yeah. Everybody
I
is.
love you, Bio
And the
dude.
other thing, by the way, I just never felt like telling anybody.
Oh, that's it.
I love Biodude.
Hey, do you have
Biodude's
anything else,
good.
bio dude? I got another caller here.
No, yeah, you can let me go. I'm good. I'm good.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you. Bye.
Love you, Biodude.
Bye, dude.
bye.
Bio dude is a
He's
great.
a
Bio
legend. He's a
97.
legend.
You're up.
Gus was wearing a
thank you,
flamingo
Joe.
romper.
Okay.
and I'm calling for Andy Mayo.
Hey, Chase.
What's the area code on this?
What's up, buddy?
What area code?
I'll talk- Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Vodka.
That you gave me up at birth to my daddy, and you have no balls.
I'm not
Area
quite
code
sure what
me.
he's
Area
saying.
code me.
I want
BA. Area code me.
617.
I want to
What is
engage,
it?
but I can't.
Montante is like determined
Oh,
to figure
maybe
out
it's
every
not.
call.
I love when Montante's here for calls because he's just like, I know who this is. I know who this is.
Well, Dr. Vodka was the original guy who I thought was Rico
Watson
Bosco.
did say he was trying to call in.
Show your face. Caller, show your face.
Show your face.
Facts.
Thank you, Chase Cullinane. Unless you're still
nothing
there.
on the line right now.
He's on the line?
No, nothing on the line.
Oh, nothing on the line.
No, we're clear.
So we could have held on to Bio Dude for a little longer.
I love Bio. Bio Dude's
Yeah,
fantastic.
he's great.
Really try to crack that nut open.
Bio
Would've
Dude's
been fun.
I'm telling you, he's been undervalued. If we're gonna give Steve from
Yes.
Gloucester his 4 hours of fame, Bio Dude deserves at least a week. I love Bio Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Who from the fans, who has not been in studio that you'd like to have in studio in a third chair?
Kevin from Bristol. I don't care. I'll say it.
I would certainly tune into that. How about you, Ned? What about some of your old school cronies? Like, where's RA? RA's still like active
Love
and listening,
RA.
right?
All right.
Of course, absolutely.
There's no interest in going in.
no.
I want manners.
He has too high profile of a
Manners.
job.
Uh,
No,
all
I would like
Manners on the main
I
show.
want Patrick from the Discord to go in with this. That,
Oh, yeah,
that
that'd be a
beard
good one.
Oh, yeah.
would be magnificent.
Imagine
Ned,
this.
would you go if you lived locally?
I'm
Or
still
if,
blocked from
if
the
Kirk invited you like he did BA when he happened to be in town, would you do it?
If he invited me, yes, but I would never ask.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Actually,
I'm a fan.
Montante
I don't want to.
invited
I don't want to be on the show. I'm a fan. I don't want to. I have no desire to like get
Do
into
you
that
want to?
world.
Do you want to hear the worst ever take given on a Minifan show? I think
Sure.
the best person to take over Gus's role is Tom Shattuck. I'll say I don't care.
Oh yeah,
I'll say
sure.
it.
He's gonna need a job, right?
Oh, he pretty much said it on the last Burger Barrel. He's
Yeah.
absolutely out of a
He's
job.
He's gonna be fired.
Give him 42,000 and just beat up on him 24/7.
Feed a
That
wife
would
and
be
5 kids
terrible
on 42,000.
Oh no! Listen, I'm gonna get. I'm getting murdered for that.
That would be funny that if you have like a 23-year-old A producer and then you have like a
49 or
50-year-old B.
55-year-old.
Yeah, that would
And
be
you just-
that would actually be kind of funny.
and he'd
But
be
it would
the
be the s-
perfect. You can murder him. You can beat the fuck.
I
out
just
of him.
don't. I've never listened to.
But it
him,
would
so I
be,
don't know.
but Mike, it would be the same problem because
Do you have
he'd
a call,
try to
John?
be he'd try to be in the 8 chair. He'd be trying to get to the 3rd chair the whole time. He wouldn't do his job right.
But he'd be being reminded daily that you're not in that chair. You take your beating and you keep your mouth shut.
774.
Look how he talks over his wife on every show.
Well, that's tough.
You know?
Listen,
I've never
that's tough to
listened.
do.
But 774, welcome. What are your
Oh.
thoughts on everything?
Guys, it's Phil McCooch. I just wanted to say that I think Don the Jeweler would be a great 3rd chair.
Good call.
That's all.
Yeah, Red can't do it though because he's going to be doxxed.
Don the Jeweler was supposed to be in here today.
Yeah, Don the
And,
Jeweler was supposed to be in here. We were gonna figure out who it was, but
So Don the Jeweler has committed to at some point revealing his
He's
identity.
he's a lax coach. He ain't gonna do it.
What are our thoughts?
No, he said his kids are sick.
What are our thoughts on Jerry's uncle being one and just giving it up like that? That's wild.
Hate
And
it.
it's
I
the
can't believe
most
it.
disappointing
Someone-
thing ever. Andy
It's going
Mayo
to be held
ruined
against
something
all of
else.
us.
I
It's gonna-
inceptioned him.
someone
Dude,
said
Andy,
that
You are a buzzkill.
Never-
someone said
never-
Jerry's uncle is like 50% or 90% of the callers.
Maybe.
You got another
He's got
caller.
good. He's got good pipes.
Another
Probably
call?
Might
Kevin
be.
too.
Six
Uh,
would be. No, it's not Kevin.
Free.
613, welcome.
Oh, hold on. I have to unmute him. There you go.
613, you're unmuted.
You got me, guys?
Yep.
So I thought Blind Mike was going to get to the point today, but when Gus was about to say that he didn't want to drive to the studio at night, I think, like, was anyone else thinking that it's because he was high? Like, I know that
Yeah.
we're kind of skating around this problem, but
I
like,
just thought it was because he's
That's like-
lazy.
faked out of his
Yeah.
mind, right?
They go hand in hand.
Trust me, weed doesn't do that, especially to someone who apparently smokes as much as weed as Gus. So, like, no.
I
But
think Gus. I
being
think Gus is
lazy
like.
and high?
I think
Yes.
Gus is like worried about being outed of driving high, which I don't think that's totally the biggest deal.
Isn't that one of the biggest bonuses of being high? Is get to be able to drive.
There you go, Mike.
Also, he didn't have a
Agreed.
charger for like 5 days. Like before that.
That's a bad.
Won't be
That's a
happy
bad.
with all
Yeah. I just like
Yeah.
I get he's lazy, but it's also like I don't know. It seemed like insanely lazy, like way too much.
Well, maybe weed is the thing that takes it from that lazy to over over lazy, but
Yeah, no shit.
you know, maybe it is. I don't know. It's wild to not have your fucking computer charger for 5 days. That's all I have to fucking say about that. Great call.
Oh shit.
And wild to post a picture of a phone charger instead of the actual charger for the computer.
Oh, I
Getting
grilled
more
him on
Oh, but, and
that, by the
you know
way.
what? Phil McCooch brings up a good, if I'm reading the chat right, brings up a good point. You are so fucked, Andy, because Kirk is going to be furious with you for
outing
Juan.
him. Yeah, of course.
You're
Yeah,
fucked.
that's a sad moment. Mayo
Well,
might be-
Andy placed the
John,
the
cut this
trap.
clip
He
and send
fell
it to
in
him because
he jumped in it. He had
going
no
on.
reason to
Yeah,
call
it's-
back and admit it.
It's going right on the Instagram.
Manners is gonna be this is the downfall of the network right now. We're gonna get suspended for a week.
Yeah, all of us.
Because of Juan.
because of
Because of
Mayo,
you,
not
Mayo.
because of Juan. Well, Juan
I
kinda-
didn't know this is some like cardinal sin to take a guess at who a caller
Do you not
is.
listen to the show,
It's not a
bro?
cardinal sin, it's a mortal sin.
It's on him for calling back and admitting it.
It
all on
is.
him.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. It's on him, not on me. Well,
What's the blame-
So
what's the
should
blame
Julie
pie?
not have guessed who Boner Salad is? Does it extend to
make a point.
Twitter
He's not a
accounts?
caller. He's
Wow,
not a
you
caller.
throw a female under the bus immediately.
Of course.
Exactly.
Did you just mansplain?
hashtag me too.
Jabroni. I
Yeah.
didn't
It's
ask, like,
disgusting.
would any of you
That
fuck
is-
jabroni?
That is
Needed to?
disgusting.
What?
Julie, I'm sorry. You just
That's
mansplained.
weird.
You mansplained doxing to Julie. Sad day for Mayo.
I did?
Yeah.
You did.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I
Don't
asked a
tell
fucking
white
question.
man.
How is that man? I asked if what I did is comparable to what Julie did. If it applies
Next
to callers
question,
and
BA.
Twitter
Next-
accounts.
move-
How is
move
that
past this.
mansplaining? I
Move-
posed
move past
questions.
It's
Move
awkward.
past this. Move past this. Is really awkward.
Weird.
Drunk Rob said the blame is 60-40. Jerry's dumb fucking uncle. Wow.
Yeah. I'm even going to take some of the blame too for not hanging up the call. It really all falls on me.
Yeah, it really is your fault.
Wow,
John.
Tony Cass said, "Is Joe the Axe on break? Cut the Mayo." Wow.
Yeah.
I love the hate that Mayo gets.
I think Mayo brings the call. Mayo brings the calls. There's no more calls though, right?
No, nothing right now.
Okay, so last chances to call in or write what you want to say in the chat, and we'll start wrapping this up. If
Well, given the fact that you're hosting, no, we won't.
yeah, this could just go on forever because Menners always wraps it up. So
Okay, guys, that's it. Unless you have anything else to say,
thought Menners-
next week.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
don't
that-
know how to end the program.
I thought Menners would be. I thought Menners would be here by now.
I think you don't get about Menners is he said he sold the place that he was there working last week.
Yeah, that's
Did he sell it to somebody to like work as like a busboy? Like Al Montante, so stupid.
yeah, that's true.
He sold 2 good eggs. He sold the
Yeah, he said like openly he sold like a month or two ago. But they,
Oh, wow.
last week he was like, yeah, I was there working at the I was like, what?
Got Patrick Ford got the best screen record. We also question for the panel: is Mick whack? Mayo, as you saw, what did you see in his eyes? I guess we could
You have one last caller.
one last. Oh wow.
Well, unless they keep. Oh no, there he goes. So sorry.
Give it a shot.
Where is the CEO? That is
I know,
true.
right?
BA, wrap it up. Go.
Like I said, any final thoughts?
No, that is not how you wrap it
Not
up.
wrapping it up.
That's not how you do it.
Nope.
BA, give me honors. Give me
going
the
off
honors.
script.
Montante, you can
All right,
wrap it up.
thank you guys for listening. Took some interesting callers. Andy, thank you for ruining Juan. You ruined a good thing, and we will see you guys again next week.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
What is this music?